right, we're back. We're back. Here we go, folks. Here we go. NFL Week 3, the Fraud Pod. Back in studio here. Week 3. Week 2 went well. 9-5-1. Winners from last week. Tampa at Detroit under 51.5. Hit. New York Jets at Tennessee minus 6. Was it 6.5? 3.5. I don't remember. It hit. I know it hit. Go back and watch the video. I was all over Minnesota. SF at Minnesota plus 4.5. Hit. Minnesota won outright. Seattle at New England push plus 3. Seattle kind of probably should have won. It doesn't matter. It's push. All right. Stinker. Giants at Washington under 43. Easy hit. Chargers at Carolina minus 5. Hit. Las Vegas at Baltimore plus 8.5 for Vegas. Outright winner. Hit. Rams at Arizona. Arizona minus 1. Was over in the first quarter. Pittsburgh at Denver under 36.5. Hit. Cincinnati at KC over 48. Got it right at the end. 9-5-1, 60% in week 2. 60%. Now, I got to figure out how to get this thing better on camera. We're going to work on that, but it's all good. 9-5-1, 60%, 50% week 1. That's not bad. I think quick math is like 55% on the year. So, now we're moving into week 3. Spirits are high. Get a little coffee here. All right. No time like the present. Let's move into this stuff here. I'm feeling good about this week. I'm seeing the board well. Hopefully that continues. That's the plan, at least, is to continue to keep seeing the board. Week 3. I believe this is the week we're going to start seeing offenses producing points. Not every team, but I'm confident we're going to start seeing offense produce more points in week 3. I like some of the young guys to get some first touchdowns. But with that said, let's just move right into this. All right, what do we got first on the list here? Oh, yeah. All right. Chargers going to Pittsburgh plus 2.5. At even money, too, plus 100. I love Harbaugh. Feed me Harbaugh. Pound the rock. Pittsburgh has a good defense. I don't know if they have enough to stop the Chargers from punching you in the mouth. I don't know if Pittsburgh has enough offense to score enough against Herbert and those pesky Chargers. So, give me the Chargers plus 2 on the road, 2.5 on the road at even money. Love it. I love it. And I don't trust Pittsburgh's offense at all. I feel like that's going to be a very ground-heavy game, regardless. Under might be in play there at 34.5. Next game. Ooh, stinky. New York Football Giants going to Cleveland, getting 6 in the hook. Man, Cleveland surprised me last week. I thought everyone was on Jacksonville. Everyone figured Jacksonville was going to roll that game. Cleveland outright won that game. Daniel Jones doesn't look good. Now, granted, this might be Daniel Jones on the road is probably a better environment than him playing at home right now. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm taking the Giants plus 6.5 in Cleveland. Crazy, I know, doesn't make much sense. I feel like this is just a weird one. It's just going to be a weird game, and somehow the Giants find a way to backdoor cover this at 6.5. It's such a weird, ugly, nasty football game. Probably going to check it out too. Houston going to Minnesota. All over Minnesota last week. They covered against SF at home. Outright won. Houston's coming in as the road favorite at minus 1.5. You know, I like Minnesota's defense at home. I like what they're doing at home. B-Flow, DC, He's getting it done on defense. He's getting it done. KOC has done a great job of mitigating Sam Darnold from making big mistakes. Justin Jefferson's playing. He said he's playing this weekend. Houston's not blowing people out. They won by 2 points week 1 and 6 points in week 2. Against Chicago, of all teams. Give me the home dog. Give me Minnesota at home plus 1.5. I'm confident KOC is going to have that offense ready to go. Oh, excuse me. Uh-oh, maybe that's a sign. But I still believe Brian Flores, B-Flow, is going to have that defense ready. Give me Minnesota at home plus 1.5. All right, them Bears going to Indy. Indy's a 1-point favorite. Indy struggled. Does Indianapolis go 0-3? Does Caleb Williams step up? Does he start throwing touchdown passes? Does Chicago's Bears defense still look tough and hold on? I don't like the idea that the horseshoe starts 0-3. I don't like that. Both teams score here. I don't like the total very much because we don't know what's going to show up. But I'm going to take the horseshoe at home as a favorite. All right? Hold on 1 second. Damn. Pouch was starting to kill me there. I got a little excited and I think I bit into it. All right. Yep, I'm taking Indy at home as the home favorite. I mean, they're laying a point. I'll take the point. Give it to me. All right, here we go. Denver going to Tampa. I got something I want to show you folks here. Where the hell did I put that? This is gross. This is gross. I know I had this. Oh, here it is. Okay. This should be cause for alarm. Whenever you see numbers like this, you should pay attention to it. Now, I believe these numbers, they come from BetMGM, I think. Holy hell. The public is all over Tampa. I get it. They went into Detroit and won. I understand why. Baker Mayfield looks good. Baker Mayfield looks good. Tampa secondary is beat up, and yet they still turned over Detroit. They were able to box the run game and try to make Jared Goff beat him with their arm. Denver cannot score points. Denver's not scoring points, right? I mean, holy hell. Oh, man. Tell you what. I'm not afraid to walk down to the bait store and buy a bucket of that public bait. I'm not afraid to do it. I'm taking Tampa at home, laying the 6.5. Come on. I'm taking Tampa at home. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans. I'm pretty sure White's going to play. I saw he was questionable earlier this week, but he's going to play. I know the secondary's banged up. I don't think... You don't look at Denver as a powerhouse offense. It's going to... Yeah. The public's all over it. I'll take the public bait. I'll bite. I'll bite. Give me Tampa. All right. Philadelphia. Going to the Saints. Saints. I had Saints number 1 in the power rankings in the earlier video this week. Derek Carr, I owe him an apology. I was talking mad shit on him earlier in the season. I got to eat crow on that one. He's fucking balling. He's balling. Alvin Kamara looks like he's 3-4 years younger. Studding out. Their defense is creating problems for offenses. Their offensive line is getting such good push. They're giving Carr so much time in the pocket to make those big old deep throws. They're scoring points. I mean, New Orleans, hold on. What's their average here? 45.5 points per game. Philadelphia's average 27, a game. Philadelphia's allowing points though. They're letting teams score on them. Look what Atlanta did against Philly here last week. Philadelphia is not creating any penetration on their D-line. They're not getting to the quarterback. They're not creating mishap and causing turnovers. Offensively, they're making odd decisions. Saquon's dropping the ball. Jalen Hurts always looks pouty. He never looks like he's ever smiled in his life. I like the over here. I think there's just going to be a lot of points.
All right.
Oh.
Let's recap.
Oh. Sorry about that. Oh, the video running in the background, apparently. Okay, got that fixed. With that said, I'm just thinking points. I believe 49.5. I think it was like 47.5 earlier in the week. I could be wrong. I still like the over here at 49.5. Seems like a lot of points, but I believe that's going to happen. Green Bay going to Tennessee. Tennessee's a home favorite, minus 2.5. Now, Tennessee's defense is not miserable. It's not miserable. Will Levis can just take a sack. He doesn't have to, try to be Superman every single play. Green Bay's defense is for real. Malik Willis did fine in that win against Indy. Josh Jacobs is pounding the ball. I really like Pollard to score in this game too. I like that a lot. For this one though, I'm gonna take. You're gonna give me 2.5 with Green Bay, and it's even money at plus 100. I'm gonna take it. I'm taking Green Bay, going to Tennessee, getting 2.5. I expect a lot of ground game from both Pollard and Jacobs, but I'm comfortable with that 2.5 from Green Bay. All right, moving into the 1 p.m. games here. Woo, Carolina coming to Vegas. Vegas off that impressive upset victory over Baltimore in Baltimore. Carolina bench Bryce Young. He's been bad. The poor guy, he's been bad. Andy Dalton coming in. A lot of people are all over Carolina here. The Raiders defense shows up when it has to at the end of games. They start slow. They don't score a lot of points in the first half of ball games. Carolina doesn't score points at all. I don't think Andy Dalton is going to fix Carolina's issues because Bryce Young wasn't Carolina's only problem in Carolina. Yes, he was bad. It's a team sport. There's 10 other guys in the field with him. I like Raiders here a lot. I'm taking the under. I'm taking under 40. I don't anticipate this being a barn burner. I know the Red Rifles coming to town. I don't see it. I don't see it. Give me the under. Under. All right, moving on here. Second game, 1 p.m.s. Oof. Miami going to Seattle. No Tua. Poor guy. Seattle's playing teams tough. They're the opposite of soft. They're hard. I believe Seattle's still going to be without their nice big running back. Charbonnet's serviceable back. He's fine. Miami, Skylar Thompson doesn't even sound like a football player's name. I mean, you still got absolute weaponry in Miami. They can run the ball. They can still run the ball on you. I don't trust Miami's defense at all. I don't trust their defense. I'm going to lay the 4.5 with Seattle at home against Miami solely because Skylar Thompson's playing quarterback. I just think Seattle's defense is going to be too much for Skylar Thompson. Detroit going to Arizona. Arizona is an absolute wagon. Kyler Murray looks great. James Conner looks great. Marvin Harrison Jr. popped that cherry last week and got in the end zone. Damn, he looks good. Arizona's defense is playing teams hard and tough. Detroit came off that back-breaking loss to Tampa Bay at home last week when they were the favorite. They turned the ball over a lot. Man, tell you what, this is going to be Detroit is going to go back to the winning formula, which is hard-nosed defense and running the fucking football. Arizona's going to score enough. I'm actually not taking the spread on this. I'm going the total. I'm going under 51.5. I believe this game is going to be played on the ground. I don't believe this is going to be an aired out game. Taking the under. 51.5 in the desert. I trust both defenses. Well, yeah, under 51.5. Woo! All right, here we go. Baltimore going to the Cowboys. There's no rule that says Baltimore can't start 0-3. All I've heard all week is they can't go 0-3, 0-3, 0-3, Baltimore, 0-3. They can't, blah blah blah. That's not how the universe works. Dallas got embarrassed last week. Embarrassed at home. I think Dallas' defensive line is going to step it up in this game. I think they're going to give Lamar Jackson a ton of problems. I believe the Dallas secondary is going to fix its issues and not get burned on the backside again. I think Dak Prescott shows up. I think the Cowboys can run the ball a bit in this game. You're telling me you're giving me the Cowboys at home after a demoralizing loss, and you're giving me a point? Give me them Cowboys +1 at home after that pathetic loss. I trust Zim. Zim, you know how Zim did. You know what that practice was like leading up to this game. Give me the Cowboys. Let's go. Niners going to the Rams in LA. It's probably going to be a home game for the Niners. Niners are banged up. Rams are more banged up. Both teams are banged up. All right. Under. I'm taking the under. Under 43 in LA. I don't anticipate there's going to be a ton of points scored in this game. Shit. I don't know how many if the Rams can break. Oh, man. Yeah, under. That just screams under to me. I'm taking the under on that one. All right, moving in. Sunday night. Kansas City going to Atlanta. Atlanta with that impressive comeback victory in Philadelphia. Kirk Cousins looked better. He looked better. Now he's got 2 games under his belt with Atlanta. They're going to be at home against Kansas City. Kansas City's also banged up. They're missing weaponry. Yeah, then it's Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. All they do is win. Win. Atlanta, something in my belly is telling me take Atlanta +3. Do it. They can cover that inside that number. They can fucking do it. I'm taking Atlanta. I think I'm taking crazy pills, but I'm taking Atlanta +3 at home with KC coming in. I believe it. 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 All right. Monday night. We got doubleheader Monday night. 2 games. 4:30, I think, and at 5:15, I believe. Yes. Okay. First game. All right. Jacksonville let a lot of people down last week with Cleveland coming to town. They were a 3-point favorite, and they outright lost. All right. I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville. And then you got Buffalo. Buffalo, they look like Buffalo. They're doing Buffalo things. Josh Allen's doing Josh Allen things. He's just bullying the ball down the field. When they got Cooks rolling and he's running the rock like that, I don't know how you're going to stop him. Their defense, they're doing it. Buffalo's defense is doing enough. But really what it comes down to is I have a hard time believing Coach Doug Peterson is not going to have Jacksonville motivated for this game. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking Jacksonville +5 on the road in Buffalo. Yes, Jacksonville +5 in Buffalo. I believe Doug Peterson's going to have that defense ready to go. Ready to go. I'm taking the Dogs in Buffalo. Give me Jacksonville +5. They're gonna rebound. Final game of the week. Washington Commanders going to Cincy. Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow. Man, they're getting 7.5. It's a lot of points. 7.5 is a lot of points, especially because Cincinnati, they're slow starters, but we're going into week 3. Last week, Bengals had every opportunity to win that game. Every opportunity to win that game. I trust Joe Burrow. I don't trust Washington's defense. I'll lay the 7.5 with Cincy. Kind of like the under, too. Oof. No. 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 Taking Cincy. Minus 7.5. I trust Joe Burrow way more than I trust the Washington Commanders. That one feels pretty good. I like to lock that one in. All right, now, self-scout. Do some self-scouting here. I have not hit a single for the People Parlay yet. For TPP. Have not hit it yet. This is the week we hit the For the People Parlay. All right? This one's plus 629. All right? Over New Orleans, Philadelphia game, 49.5. Chargers plus 2.5 in Pittsburgh. Tampa minus the 6. I know it's the massive public pick, but I don't care. I'll take the public bait. This one's got to hit. We got to be better on these For the People parlays. I trust it. This is the week it happens. Lock it in. All right, everyone. As usual, bet everything and hope you win them all.